Hey makers, this is Dhruveen and I welcome you all to Power App's model driven app step by step series. You are watching 11th episode of this series, and in this session I am going to talk about how you can send email notification to different role of user when your business process flow changes its stage. So in our earlier sessions we have discussed about how you can create your business process flow for different roles like HR, then IT admin, then manager, and then end user. Now how can appropriate user will be notified? Let's say for an example HR completes their task and now they want to notify IT admin that they need to perform their action on the process. So let's talk about that thing in detail over here, and we will send the email notification every time when the stage is changed through our business process flow. So let's get started. One more important announcement. I launched my own Instagram page where I am uploading different short tips and tricks related to Power Platform. So if you wanted to be a part of my Instagram family, do follow me on Instagram. The Instagram ID is available here or maybe in the description box. So do check it out. One more important thing, as you are watching the 11th episode of this series, and if you wanted to move through my earlier sessions as well as new session, then check the description box for the latest information where I put all the links for my upcoming as well as past episode. Entire playlist link is also available in the description box. Also, in future as well, if I make some advanced level of video for model driven app, I will attach them to the same playlist. So check the description box always for the latest information. So without wasting much time, let's get started and send the email notification from our business process flow. But before that, here is an intro. In our earlier sessions, we have designed our business process flow and defined the overall employee onboarding process. Now, let's say on every stage I wanted to send some email notification to the next level of role, then how can we achieve that? We will be talking about that thing in detail throughout this session. But before that, let me do just one recap over here. In our earlier session, we have built this process form where first HR will take some steps, after that IT admin will take some step, after that manager and new joinee are performing their steps. Now, I told you one more thing over you as well, that for business process flow it is maintaining one out of the box table, and that out of the box table is something which is managing the process stage or active stage for the process. So let's say for an example, when HR clicks on next new stage, at that time that stage is maintained over here. So we will use that process stage concept in order to send appropriate email notification to our end user. So let's get started. So first of all, open your solution. So this is the solution we have created, and over here we will add one cloud flow. So click on new, and from here click on cloud flow. Over here we need to add an trigger for Microsoft Dataverse, and we need to add an action when a row is added, modified or deleted. So basically we just wanted to check from our process table that if the stage is updated or not, right? For that, from change type, let's select an action update, and then we need to select our Dataverse table. So in our solution, you know that for our business process flow, one behind the scene table, employee onboarding business process flow table was created. So let's just provide that table over here, employee onboarding BPF. So let's select that table. So this is the table, and the scope level is organizational level. So let's select that, right? Now as a next step, we need a row from our process stage table. So process stage is a default table that is available in the Dataverse, and basically when we pass this particular ID over here, it will give you the entire row. So let's just click on Microsoft Dataverse and select get row by ID. We need to find the table name as process stages. So process stages is something which is responsible and managing all the stages for business process flows. So let's just select that and get row by ID. So from the above stage, whatever the item that has been updated, we will get that ID. So we just need to pass active stage value over here. So let's pass that, right? And now let's just rename our flow. So I'm just providing the name as send email notification for every stage onboarding process. So let's just save this flow. Now as a next step, we need to add one more Dataverse action, and we need to add get row by ID again, and we need to find our employee onboarding tables row. So for that you just simply need to choose your employee onboarding table, because obviously while you are sending the email notification you need some of the values from your table, so you need to pass that. And over here as well in row ID you need to pass over here as employee onboarding value. So you just need to search for employee onboarding value, right? So this is something that you need to pass. So let's pass that. So you will get that entire row over here. Now you will get the process stage name over here. So based on the process stage you can send the appropriate email to appropriate person, right? So let me just add a new stage and let me just add one switch over here, and the value should be process stage. So let me just search for process. So here we are getting process stage name, right? So let's just click on process stage name. Now let's go to the form and let's see what would be the process stage name. The process stages name are employee information HR, so that would be the first, and obviously it is to be performed by HR, so we do not need any action on that. But when HR clicks on next stage we need to send the notification to IT admin. Then once they click on next stage we need to send notification to manager, and at last we need to send notification to new joinee. So let's just copy this name, that is IT admin, manager and day one new joinee, and just add a different switch cases over here. So let me just add the first case equals to IT admin, then I need to add new stage for manager. So let's add, and I need to add the third case as day one new joinee. Now we need to add the email notification. So let's add the email notification, send email. So I just added one Outlook action over here. Same way I need to add the similar action everywhere, send email, and same way over here as well, right? So we have added send email actions. Now we need to specify to address. So over here I am passing the static email address as my own email address at this moment, but you can check that value dynamically, like if you already know who is the manager, because manager field is something which we are accepting into this particular form, right? In the first stage we are entering the manager email, so you can also take that value from here. So for that you can simply add manager email, right? And you are good to go. But here I do not have the another account at this moment, so I am just passing static email address everywhere, but based on your requirement you can choose anything. Now let's just add appropriate subject. So whenever HR will click on new, so IT admin should receive a notification that new employee request received. Similar way, when IT admin clicks next, manager will receive a notification with title that project manager, new employee assigned to you. And similar way, let's say if on the day one, uh, new joinee will receive a notification when manager will complete that task, so they will have a title to as welcome new joinee, right? And now we need to add some body over here. So here I am adding a message that hello IT admin, the new employee is joining, please perform the following task for them, and then I need to provide the link where I need to redirect the user, right? Similar way, let me just add the email message for manager as well as new joinee, and then we will work on the deep link part. Now here we need to pass employee name and we want to welcome him, so let's just add a welcome message. Now let's generate the URL. So for that, let's just initialize our variable. Search for initialize variable. Just add your variable name as redirect URL and type as string. Now here you need to provide the initialization value. So here let me just open up my app and let me just open edit form. And over here you can see this entire URL, right? Over here into this URL, the last ID is GUID for this specific item. So you need to copy this entire URL till ID. So let's just copy this URL and pass to our flow, right? And here ID is dynamic, so just go to the dynamic content and search for that GUID, which is employee onboarding ID. So let's just search here employee onboarding's unique identifier, right? So get data from employee onboarding and we are getting that ID. So let's just pass that ID over here and we are good, right? Now let's just provide that URL over here. Let's just enter and just turn to the code view, and now let's just add our tag, that is ahref equals, we need to provide the URL, redirect URL, and then provide some anchor text. Click here and /a, right? So URL has been generated. Now let's copy this and paste in each section. Similar way over here as well. Just open up the code view and add. So we have successfully created our deep links for our every role. So what happened here is each individual person will receive an email notification when they need to fill in some specific part of the form, right? Now let me just recap you the entire flow. So what we have done at the first stage is we just added our trigger on our employee onboarding business process flow Dataverse table where it is maintaining every stage. Once we added that trigger, we are getting the data from our process stage table. So this is the out of the box table which is available in the Dataverse, which is maintaining the stage for each individual business process flow. And then similarly we are getting the current row for employee onboarding process for which we are generating this data. After that we are initializing the variable, redirect variable, and it is something which I have shown you that ID is dynamically, otherwise the rest of the URL is same as it is. And then we just added switch, and based on the process stage name, like in which stage my process is at this moment, based on that we are sending the email notification to appropriate user, right? So this is really cool. Now it's time to test this particular flow. So let me just go here and test my form. So first of all, let's assume that some of the information is received by HR at the very beginning that they received the information name for Vaishali Shukla. Now assume that I'm HR, I'm going here and I'm adding different stage. She clicked on save, and now HR is verifying everything and they feel that the tasks are good. So they will click on next stage and they simply click on save and close. So HR's task is completed. Now let's observe our process table. So I'm going here and let me check. Here the name is Vaishali and the IT admin stage is activated at this moment, right? Now let's see and check the flow run. So over here the flow has been triggered and the row is added to my employee onboarding business process flow. Then I'm getting the appropriate data from my process stage as well as employee onboarding, and over here inside the switch I'm getting the result as IT admin. So IT admin will receive an email. So let's check the email, and over here as well you can see this is the email which I have received. So I'm just clicking on here and it has redirected me to the same form again. So IT admin went here and now he will fill his information. So let's see. IT admin just fill his information and now they will click on just next stage and click on save and close, and let's see the stage here. So now the stage has changed to manager. So let's see. The flow ran just 5 seconds ago. Let's see the flow ran, as well as I do receive the new notification as well. So over here it went to this particular stage, manager stage, and here the email is hello manager, please complete your step to onboard the resource. I should receive this email. So let's see. So I'm just receiving this email, hello manager, please complete the step to onboard the process. So I'm just clicking here and it has redirected me to the same form. Now as a manager I need to do some task. So I just need to provide him business unit and project information and I'm good. Let's click on save, and now I'm confirming this information and click on next stage and just click on save and close. Now let's see the stage of my process. The process stage is now day 1 new joinee, right? Now what I need to do here is, let's see the email notification we received as a new joinee. Once manager complete the task, I received this email, hello Vaidehi, very warm welcome to our organization and perform your steps. So she just clicked on here and now let's see what happens. She is able to see an option day 1 new joinee, and now she will fill all this information over here and just click on finish and just click on save and close. So the entire business process flow has been completed. And now let's see, and let me just refresh this particular page over here, and you can see the row has not been available at this moment now because the process has been completed. So it just removed from this particular view, right? So this is how the overall business process flow with Deep Link is working with model driven app. So hope now you have got a clear idea on how the entire HR onboarding process we can develop with model driven app with this email notification. Now only thing which is pending for this model driven app is I need to share this app with the other users. That is something which we will cover in the next session, but hope so far you are good with me and you got a clear idea that how the different role based notification is work in model driven app, and how specific role people can fill their part of field and submit the and complete the onboarding process. So this is very basic level of model driven app that we have created throughout this entire session journey. If you have any question or any suggestion, add your question or suggestion in the comment section. Now I know one common question from all of you have at this moment in your mind that yes Dhruvin, with email notification you have sent the notification to the appropriate user and that particular user has filled in the information into your system. But what about if as a IT admin I am logging here and I do not want to see the HR fields? Can we hide those fields? How can we do that? So this is something which is the advanced concept of model driven app. For that basically we need to include the JavaScript file in our process. So this is something which we will cover in the advanced series of this model driven app. And always check the description box for the latest information that whatever the extended version of this series I am uploading, I will definitely add that into that description box or as a pinned comment in the comment section, right? So we will see after this completion of this particular series, but till then you got the clear idea and you have developed your first model driven end-to-end app. Hope you enjoyed this series. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. I am uploading regular content on Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, Teams and SharePoint every day on my channel. So make sure that you hit subscribe and never miss any updates from my channel. If you are looking for any training and consultancy, here is the website link. Click on that. From here, go to the contact page and send your query to me. Now, if you are interested to follow me on all my social media handles, here is a link to URL. Click on that. It will redirecting you to this page. From here, you can follow me on any of my social media handles. If you are interested to never miss any updates from me, just follow me on my Twitter and Instagram account. This is the URL for Twitter and this is the Instagram. I recommend everyone to follow me on Instagram because Instagram is a platform where I'm uploading different posts, reels and IGTV. And during the weekends we are performing some fun activities as well. So do follow me on my Instagram. If you are interested for audio podcast related Power Platform, here is a separate channel. Just click on that. It will redirecting you to this page. From here, you can listen your favorite Power Platform podcast on your favorite podcast platform like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and much more. If you are interested for short content on Power Platform, here is a separate channel called Digital Dhruvin. Subscribe that channel and show your love over here as well. With this is Dhruvin signing off. See you in the next session with some amazing content. Till then, have a great day. Goodbye.